I'm doing this video, but it's a little bit uncomfortable for me to be exposed, just because I grew up in a really conservative family where everything that we do is supposed to stay in the family so people don't misjudge you as a whole. That's a big deal with my mom. Um, However, I also really appreciate being here and having a chance to share my story of where I'm from. Sorry, I probably will not be looking into the eyes as much as I would like to, just because that's how I grew up. It's a sign of respect to people. My name is Fatim Bahh. I was born and raised in Guinea, West Africa. I've been in the US 14 years, almost. I get the opportunity to come here because of my mom believing that the only reason to be successful as a woman is education or higher education. And coming from a third world country where herself she struggled really hard to get educated, it was important for her to get us out of the country to seek higher education and opportunity, which is the US. The reason why we believe as women education is important, it's because it opened the door to, you know, expressing yourself as a woman, which we didn't get growing up. Because in Guinea, the chances of being fully educated as a woman is extremely small compared to a man. The government is, everything is run by the man. The home is run by the man. The household is run by the man. They believe that if you educate a man, he will take care of the country, he will take care of everything, and obviously decide to have how many wives or not. And then you educate a woman, she will be emancipated, and they don't want that in a third world Muslim country. So right now, only a little over 21% of the women are educated in Guinea, compared to the women in the U.S., where you have 99% of women are educated, and you can see how the country is going and how big of a difference it is. I remember growing up, one thing that my grandma always, they were really particular in that. She was never educated. She was the fourth wife of my grandfather, and my mom was the third wife of my dad. So it's like this cycle that we grew up in, or that we believe in. And I remember her saying that, when they give a woman away at a very young age, remind you, this could be anything from 13 to 16, if you're lucky to make it to 16, is by really the elderly woman will take their two hands and try to wrap it around your thigh. If it doesn't fit at this age, meaning that you are mature woman enough to be given to a man that you don't even get to choose. Why? Because that man has a little bit of money or land, or he can bring clothes and goat to support the family, and in exchange you will be the third or the second wife of someone who is twice or three times the age, or even the age of your dad, if you will say, which is unfortunate, because then by 18 you are totally meant to be in poverty for the rest of your life. You have two kids, you depend on a man who doesn't necessarily support you, because you are getting older, and he has a right to go get another younger girl and do the same thing over. You are left with your kids, and if you're lucky enough, you can at least go on the market and have that little girl follow you, who will repeat the same cycle when she's 13, 14. That's one of the reason, as a Guinean woman who had the opportunity to come in this country and get educated as far as have been, it's important for me to make a difference with this younger one girl at the time, because I believe that compared to what they believe. If you educate a woman, you educate a whole nation, because women can take care of everything. We are strong enough to, be a mom, be a business owner, get married to the right person without being submissive. Um, and I feel like I've seen that enough in the U.S. to know that it's possible even in the third world country where it's still a struggle. I was recently at home in December, January, where it was amazing to see how people still living this life in 2014, and men are given the choice. It runs in my own family because I have a sister who is fortunate, well educated, with two kids. She's the third wife of this guy, unfortunately, and she want to get a divorce and she cannot because my mom and everybody else in my family feel like she need to stay in this situation because she has two kids, but also she need to stay in there because if she get divorced, everything that the man own might go to the other wife's kids than her kids, but also, which I found out this year, was if the kids are small, she's even, she's more likely to lose her kids over the guy. He can take the kids away and have his spouse, like the first wife or the second wife, raise the kid of my sister. So it's like, I don't understand that. I get emotional because I don't understand that part of the thing at all. How the government or the men can have, someone can have such a, I mean, these are your kids, you are the woman. So little, I mean, big thing like that people don't really talk about, it's still a big issue in 2014 in Guinea. And I think if we educate girls enough to be able to stand up, I guess that's what they say in good English, for themselves, maybe we can make a difference in countries like Guinea, one woman at the time, to understand that you don't have to be submissive to something, but also you really don't have to follow your parents' path. You can stand up for yourself. It might be hard, but it's not impossible. This is so empowering. It's like I just feel like, like from 1 to 10 right now, just because this red lips kind of boost my confidence. But it's just like it just remind me of you go into somewhere and it's not much of like people looking at you, but how you feel inside. Even if you don't have a makeup on, I feel inside, I just feel better right now. I'm not sure even how that happened. Everything that you're supposed to do as a woman needs to be a little conservative. As a African woman, if like if we do this red all the time, it looks like you are out trying to look for a man. It really bring a bad message instead of a good one. And personally, putting this on right now, first I was a little skeptical because I don't know how it's gonna look, but also psychologically I feel like everybody's looking at me and probably judging me. But I also really feel good putting it, like looking at myself and seeing how it brings confidence for a minute into, even if I had my hair up, no makeup, just this little touch makes a big difference into how I feel. And knowing that, oh, I can actually do this in this country without people really judging me as much, or not even people judging me. At this point, I feel like, oh, who cares? It's like it looks great, and it's more about how I feel inside than what people really portray me as an individual or as African woman looking like this. I feel amazing about the red for only one reason, just because it brings every single woman from all part of the world together. And by wearing this red that I'm wearing, I feel like it makes me vulnerable, but also really amazing, because I feel like there is a story to be told, and I feel extremely confident the next woman who wear this red will feel extremely confident. And I almost truly want to be able to take rock that red, embrace it with Fatim Bahh, and take it to Guinea. See how some of my powerful women will really feel, you know, with we really feel when they have the hair tied in turban, with the African clothes and the big red, passing those men and really figuring out what people say. Because deep inside, we know that we're going to be judged, but also feeling that you don't care. You definitely can rock that red and embrace being, you know, the woman you are. For that reason, I appreciate being part of this cause, this drive, and I can wait to take that rock that red movement into West Africa, Guinea.